voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
Welcome to Inside the Daily Gist, February 6, 2025. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. On this channel, we talk about things going on in the news, things going on around the world or on the internet. If it's a topic that interests us, we bring it down here, then we chit-chat it. If it's something that might interest you, please do not forget to subscribe at the end of this video. And thank you. Yes, my friends, as we all know that they F around and find out it's going haywire on the internet. Now the MAGA, they have speaking hour. And I want us to go listen to them. Then we are going to chit chat on the other side. Thank you to those that put all these clips together for us to be able to use it. I appreciate it. Let's go listen to the MAGA because they are speaking out right now.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets. I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now. I'm no longer rocking with Trump.
I used to be a MAGA Republican, and now I've turned blue.
And it makes me emotional to know that I ever fucking stood by idly and blind and that should happen. I know that I have been a Trump supporter, and I can no longer say that I am MAGA. And I regret my vote for Trump. I voted for Trump. I'm done. I have I need more resilience in me.
So there's currently a trend going on TikTok right now with the hashtag leaving MAGA. And I originally went through this hashtag, saved a few videos of the people that are making content saying why they're leaving MAGA. And I was going to show it in this video. I have decided against that now, and I'm going to tell you why. Because all of them, every single one, their reason for leaving MAGA was because of something Trump is doing that is personally affecting them. For example, one of the women that made a video that she's leaving MAGA, her video has a caption that says, "The moment I regretted my vote for Trump." And it showed behind her a green screen of Trump signing the executive order that requires all federal employees to return back to the office. So she's upset because she's been working from home since COVID, and now she has to get up and actually go to work. Another one was an employee that works in a warehouse, and the warehouse was apparently primarily staffed by undocumented immigrants, and they're nowhere to be seen. And so this guy is by himself. He's there's not a soul in here. It's just me. I can't do this alone.
The realities of supporting that group and what's happening in the administration currently. There's also a bunch of liberals and people on the left and non-MAGA people who are kind of giving them crap about it. And I understand why. If you look at my skin tone and if you look at my background and everything, I understand why. But here's my thing. There's a super big percentage of people who defected to supporting Donald Trump because they felt pushed away from the left. And I'm not calling out people of color on this one. There is a self-righteous high horse that the left likes to stand on. And if you don't understand, then your education failed you, or you don't care about human rights and blah, blah, blah. And quite frankly, the whole year the now thing that we did is what pushed a lot of people to the right. 100% I agree with people saying, oh, but you're going to be okay with him making fun of disabled people. My people, I'm doing this. No, 100% I do not. Other people don't have the same scruples as you and I do. To me, the moment I was like, oh, Donald Trump is insane, this is not cool, was when he was making fun of the disabled man. I think that was before all of the rest of his racial stuff happened. At the time, I didn't know about the Central Park 5. So when I'm seeing him acting like a buffoon in public and people are cheering it on, I'm like, okay, this is crazy. But then when he mocked that disabled reporter, that's when I was like, this is absolutely unacceptable. And I was even more shocked by people making fun of it. It was and continues to be despicable. And that's when I knew, this is going off the rails. And then all this information came out about him. So for the record, no, I never supported him. But that's when I felt like, oh, that was just deplorable behavior. And yes, I'm saying that word, deplorable. So I would urge anybody that's seeing the bigger picture as the U.S. careens off a cliff to stop rubbing it in people's faces when they were wrong. That's part of the reason people stay supporting the wrong side in the first place. They have too much pride. So if we're sitting there on our high horses being like, well, we tell you about, that's not the point. We got to turn this back around. And that's not to excuse any type of racism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism. But I'm seeing a lot of white liberals acting real hurt that people are coming back around. And to that I say, you are not the most vulnerable person that Donald Trump has gone up against or gone after. So let's keep the big picture in mind. If people are going to leave MAGA, I'm not saying we need to open them, like welcome them with open arms and buddy and erase the past. But what I'm saying is we got to get to work. We have to get to work now. And it's more important that we're like, look, just bring whoever we can. Let's educate you on what we can do. Because there's a lot of people that love that whole, well, I'm not doing the emotional labor. I'm not teaching you. Your education failed you. All of that stuff, that needs to take a backseat. We can do the I told you so after we fix this. And also, I do not expect any black people to take the labor of doing this. I think this is also a Latino thing. We need to really work on that 60% Latino male voters and 30% female voters that decided that they wanted to be white.
I have to say this, but I'm no longer rocking with Trump. Dude, I was the first Gen Zer to support Trump. I definitely preferred him in 2016 and to some degree 2020. I was with Trump for 9 straight years, 2016 to today. I didn't vote for him in 2024. Actually, thank God. But what happened between me and the employee who told me about the new policy change for giving free water, man, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now. We would have been way better off with J.D. Vance or Butch Ware or Candace Owens, but we got Trump, and we know Trump for who he is. He's a corporate shill. He's imposed tariffs. That's not a conservative move. That's not even a nationalist or imperialist move. That's worse than imperialist. It's a feudalist neocon move. And Trump, I hope you know better. I should have boycotted Starbucks in October of 2023, but I didn't because I was stupid as hell. Today, I'm going to sell my Trump stock, and I'm also going to be boycotting Starbucks moving forward.
Friends and family members, you say that you can't understand why we won't talk to you anymore. You claim that you truly want to understand why we don't respond to your calls and texts anymore. You don't seem to understand or even care that you inflicted pain on the parts of society that aren't exactly like you. Most of us begged you not to go down that path, but you chose to do it anyway. But now you don't understand. Now you feel like that you're being victimized in some way. It's not that we hate you. We just now understand that we are grossly incompatible. We don't want to be around people who vote for cruelty or delight in the pain and suffering of others. We know that you saw him mock the disabled, mock rape victims, and you didn't care. You watched him demean women over and over again, and you didn't care. You listened to him lie over and over again about other cultures in the LGBT community, and you did not care. You may try to put it out of your head, but you know that he raped somebody. You know that he committed multiple felonies, yet you still don't care. You know he's trying to divide rather than to unite the country. You never tried to reach across the aisle. He demonized us, called us the enemy within, and your side just openly cheered for that. Anyone who supports him is either incredibly cruel or tragically stupid, or a combination of the two. We just don't want to have anything to do with anybody who is a member of any of those categories. For me personally, I don't know how many more years I have left on this planet, but I don't plan on wasting any of that time with people who place value on cruelty above all else.
Trump supporters are mostly in a cult and are bound by fear going to hell through their religion. So I am not at all saying like, oh, they should face no consequences. They were told to be stay-at-home moms, homeschoolers, have a lot of kids, and so women don't have a lot of time to go out in the world and actually learn everything. They're just in their homeschool bubble with other homeschooled Christian women. They never get out. My views changed the moment I got a secular job is when I started deconstructing, because you only know what you know, and Christian fundamentalism and MAGA Trumpism makes you stay in your tiny box and you never get out of it, especially for women because they're supposed to be at home, and so they never hear about even other ideas. Also, as they get older, the women don't usually have a lot of marketable skills because they've just been raising kids, and I don't mean just raising kids, like that's important, but if you want to get a job and make money, you need to be building your resume, and they don't have anything to fall back on. A lot of times they don't have any diplomas. It's really horrific. And so they kind of get at this cognitive dissonance where if they start agreeing with the Democratic policy, they know that one, their husband wouldn't let them, two, they would have to kind of deconstruct everything, and three, they would lose their marriage and their safety net and security. I was really upset when the Democrats were saying that so many women were not going to vote the same way as their husband, because that's just not the fucking case. Men make sure that their wives vote as they want to. My dad would tell my mom who to vote for. He would tell like single women who to vote for. They asked him. It's like the norm that you go to a man and you ask who to vote for, and he tells you and you vote that way. And my mom and Christian fundamentalists that I know would never vote against because they think it's unbiblical, because you have to submit. And they also would be too scared of the husband finding out, because if the husband found out, literally, that could be the end of their marriage and their safety and their security. Do I think they should leave that marriage? Yes, but maybe they aren't ready to do that yet. And then thirdly, Republicans and Christian fundamentalists truly think they will go to hell if they vote blue. They think that they will go to hell because of the pro-life movement. And I remember the first time I voted Democrat, I even though I had deconstructed everything and was like so left, I was just like, oh my God, am I participating in unaliving babies? And I have to like re-talk to myself all my points. Welcome to religious deconstruction. But yeah, so if we can overturn and show them about the pro-life, pro-choice movement and change their minds, we win every time. Because so many people are holding out just on the pro-life issue. Whenever I talk to people who deconstructed, show them about the pro-life, pro-choice movement and change their minds, we win every time. Because so many people are holding out just on the pro-life issue. Whenever I talk to people who deconstructed, without a doubt, the last thing that they deconstruct is the pro-life movement, without a doubt. And we're not going to get them to switch to that side by saying, your body, your choice, because they don't believe that. They think it's a baby, and we need to come at the pro-life movement and changing their mind with what they already think is true. It's not going to work to just say, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, we need these people to change their vote.
Yes, my friends, as y'all can see that the MAGAs, they are crying Howard. They have what we call F around and find out supercharge. Why do I say that? I do not know what they were thinking. Thinking that if President Donald Trump is going to unleash what he is unleashing right now, that it's not going to affect them. I don't know how they think they are immune from these that President Donald Trump is unleashing. So what? It's because it's affecting their pocket or it's affecting people that they know. That's why they took it to social media to speak out. But y'all can see some people are not just having it because they say, hold up. So if this do not affect you personally, you will not think or care about those that it's going to affect. That's why you saw one clip right there that says they are not talking to their family members anymore because of this, that. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think? Do y'all think this have a run and find out is going to be a long episode? Because different situations, different stories, people have different stories. You know what I mean? How they've been affected, how now they are changing their minds. Like, yeah, it's not affecting them, but they can't stand it looking at another person get hurt. You know what I mean? People change their mind, yo. And I think that's what is going on with the MAGA. How do you guys feel? What you guys think about this? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section as usual, please. Let's respect ourselves while we comment. And if you haven't joined the growing community, please do not forget to do so. And I say thank you. I will catch up with you guys later, the next episode. Bye for now.